Pred community, we are back at it with another build video. Khaimera, it is time. He is top of the jungle meta, and let me tell you something. Learn him and learn him well. It will bring you great success. Let's jump right into the augmentations. The one we want to focus on is jungle invasion. Khaimera has such amazing movement. You want to be in the jungle, you want to engage in those battles. This is the augmentation for you. I think the other ones here are more suitable for a solo role, but I don't think that's where Khaimera shines. He's such an aggressive dive jungler. You want him to have that benefit of fighting in the jungle, gaining access to that additional power. Minion generation, I don't believe there's not enough value there, so we are going with the jungle invasion. Going into the first minor augmentation, I love veracity here. I think this is great. You're doing a lot of damage. You want to heal off some of that, make him even more of a problem to deal with the amount of health regeneration he has. Ultimatum, you know, his ultimate is not really a burst of damage, so we're not going to pick that one. Divination, I see some value here, but not over veracity or generator. We're not trying to take damage and heal, we're trying to do damage and heal. And there's some validity in Technocrat. I think this would be my second option, but I love veracity here. Take a look at veracity. If you want to take a look at Technocrat, more than welcome to. Second minor augmentation is Farmer. We're trying to clear our camps as fast as we can, gain level and get back to ganking, being an absolute monster. Alchemist, not for us. I can see Roamer being a consideration. Good movement speed when you're roaming through the jungle. Steadfast, some consideration there as well. And of course, Executioner, we always want to be aware of Executioner, but Farmer gets you back in the lane as quick as you can. Let's jump into the item list. It's going to be expansive. When we take a look at these crests and later the items, I think we have to really fine-tune things based on your playstyle. There's going to be more passive Kais, there's going to be more aggressive Kais, more ganking ones, more farming. So we have to really look at your play style and really what items and crests are going to benefit it the most. Start off, we have 3 here. Saphir's Mantle, Ice-Scorn Talons, and your War Boots. Well, I think the Mantle is going to be for a more tanky type of build. You could also get this if you feel like the enemy team really doesn't have any other tanks, right? You picked 4 really high damaging characters, so you need to be a little bit more tanky. That will help your survivability. I think Ice-Scorn Talents is going to be the safest pick and the one that's picked the most for any build. Really works well in team fights. It's going to give you some Omni Vamp, additional health, and that large ice sheet. Going to give your team additional physical power and movement, in addition slow, so there's a lot of benefits with Ice-Scorn Talon. Finally, I think near War Boots are an interesting pick. See this occasionally if you're aggressive, if you like to push lanes, gank. I think this can be really beneficial. That 50% decaying movement speed is strong, and you'll get some health regeneration off of it. So these 3 you can't go wrong, but I would say for the safe pick, Ice-Scorn Talents is going to be your bread and butter. Let's jump into the items. The opener is going to consist of Berserker's Axe, Augmentation, and Ashbringer. Your first item could be any of these 3, and you could buy another one here as well in your opener. These are 3 strong, very, very strong items to open up on. Really, what you're going to try and do is understand how you want to start the game. Do you need more ability haste? Do you need more attack speed? Do you need more movement speed? These are things to consider when you're buying your first item. As a jungler, you need to adapt. You need to understand the enemy team, who's popping off, which lane is struggling, where you need to play. So I think if you get any of these three, they would be amazing. I tend to go Augmentation first. However, I have bought Ashbringer. It's a mixed bag, honestly, because jungle is such a variety of items, play styles. There isn't one set build to go with. For your core, we have an abundance of items and different paths we could go down. I think Sky Splitter is a must build. I think that's just one you have to go with. You need some additional health and you want to build some defensive pieces. Well, we have some options for you here. Draconium is great. The Void Helmet is another piece that is great for having some additional armor against the magic abilities. It is viable to go completely damaging, but I think depending on how the game is going, you really want to get a defensive item for physical and magical. So having some options there for you. And of course, I think we all need an anti-heal item. Tainted Blade is one I'm going to call out for this. I think that works really well. Khaimera's kit. So really just pick up, 2 to 3 items here. I think you'll be very successful. What you want to decide. There's a lot of great items. To wrap it up, we have Salvation, Gaia Greaves, and Frostguard. If you're this late in the game where you are buying the last piece, then you have to consider some things in your opening, and I think you'll have the answer for that. If you need more damage, your team's not doing enough, go with some harder hitting items like a Salvation that will help you maintain in the lane. If you need to get around the map quicker, you need some more defensive capabilities, Frostguard is great. Gaia Greaves is going to give you a little bit of a jump height and some additional basic attack bonuses. So the sky's the limit. I think what you're looking at here is an amazing list of items you could pick and choose from and have success depending on your playstyle. Figure out what works well for you, and I hope you have great success. Thank you for joining me on this one. It's been amazing. I hope you have a great rest of your day. If you need more help, just let me know in the comments. If you have an item that you love, put it down below. See you on the next one. Thank you so much for joining me.